I'll say over 12 years, what I've learned, bottom line for me, is that you're becoming one person.
Absolutely.
I said this at a wedding recently. I was like, you have to own one another. You have to own yourself. You have to own one another like you own yourself. But you have to own yourself and know who you are, right? And then once you know who you are, the person knows who they are. You come together, you become one person. And that one person has its own set of likes and dislikes and characteristics and traits and things of that sort. It's a synergetic connection between the two of you. And the relationship makes a person. And that person operates throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? And so you work together.
Teamwork makes the dream work every single time.
Every single time. Where you may have some weaknesses and I may have some strengths. We're not going to sit here and waste time critiquing one another. It's like we're beating ourselves up by doing that. Right. If we really truly see ourselves as one person, then that would be to attack ourselves. Right. And why would we want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we express our grievances or we express our preferences and things of that sort. And really what happens is you come to this happy medium. And then after, for example, with me and cooking, I was like, I could do a little something, you know what I'm saying? But really...
He wasn't even tasting his food.
No, I really won't. And one time what she did was she stopped seasoning my food. And so I was like, this tastes different. She was like, it does, doesn't it? What do you think's missing? And I'd be like, I'm not sure. Then she's like, taste this. Like, taste it. Like, see, I've added some paprika. I've added some, like, oh, okay. Awakening my palate. But you can do that. That's a symbol for opening up a person, not just with food, but with anything.
Or I could have just been like, girl, you don't even know how to, you don't even appreciate me cooking, and just left him alone.
Yeah.
Over something as small as that.
Yeah.
And I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
Relationship over. All over some seasoning.
Yeah.
Or
etc.
Whatever.
Apply that anywhere, right?
You got to be patient. You have to demonstrate a lot of patience.
Compassion.
Patience, kindness. Be kind to one another. Talk to each other like you got some sense. And that's even in dating. Like, nobody wants to be with someone who's mean. Like, be nice. Like, just be nice to me. I used to say that to Jason too. Like, yeah. I just want you to be nice to me.
And I would overthink that. Really, I would overthink.
But very baseline. Just be nice to me. Like, be sweet to me. Like, that's needed. The world is hard enough, as it is. Like, we face so much out in the outside of our homes that, we don't want to feel beat up when we get home. Like, we want somebody to just love on us. Like, someone to show us compassion and the grace that we didn't get when we was outside the four walls of what should be our safety. Our safe haven, our homes. And it's like, you have to be that within your home. Like, your home should be peaceful. It should be serene. It should be like a place where you want to come. Like, yeah, we all laugh and joke because, as parents, sometimes we sit in the car, give ourselves 5 minutes before we come in. But, like, your home should really be the place where you can't wait to run to.
Absolutely.
Like, even if it's a place inside your home, like, it shouldn't be stressful. Coming home shouldn't be stressful. And it's like, you got to really sit down and do the work so that you can figure out what's going on that made me want to, take my time getting home. Like, you got to fix that. Because Absolutely. It really should be like a safe haven. Even train your kids. Like, my kids know, like, don't bombard us when we come home from work. Like, right. Go sit down somewhere. Like, dad needs 30 minutes to an hour to decompress, unless he engages with you. Like, we speak to each other when we come to the door. So I don't want it to be like, no, you can't even say hello.
But we assess the vibe.
Yeah, but you got to assess it. And it's like, if he wants to go in the room and, like, just decompress for a little bit.
Yeah, and let me say this.
You got to have space to do that.
It's not only assessing the vibe, but it's also knowing what vibe you've already set for your home.
Right.
And you know that if you're not in that vibe when you come home, you need to deal with yourself because you already know what precedent you set for the house. And so if you're not right, it's like, hold on, I ain't right.
Let me had a stressful day. Yeah, you don't want to unleash that on your on your family.
Right, and then the vibe in the house has to be more important. The spirit in the house, the atmosphere that you set in the house,
Right.
the piece of it has to be more important to you than your own personal drama.
Yeah. And I know that's something that, you know, I've always done. Like even, you know, when I was just being a Real Housewife of Hampton Roads, that was something that was important to me after we had kids. Like, you know, I still wanted to be a certain way. Like I want the house to just be peaceful. I wanted to, you know, just be a place of our safe haven. Like, so, you know, you have to protect that. You have to protect the atmosphere in your house, even with regards to who, you know, you allow to come to your house. And I'm an entertainer, so I love having a house full of people and stuff like that. But even after, so I'm not saying you can't, like, people just not allowed to come to your house, but I just mean you have to know how to reset the atmosphere.
We most definitely reset the atmosphere after every visit, after every person that comes in.
You have
We
to know
reset the atmosphere.
how to shift things back to the way that they should be.
Even in the music that you play in the house and things of that sort, it's
Absolutely.
the vibe, it's the spirit, the vibration that you're setting.
Absolutely. And so, you know, being married with children,
Smells.
that's something, you know, that even my kids, you know, they understand that. Like, they know that what we're not going to do and what we are going to do within the realms of our four walls, and how to get with it, you know, to the point where, you know, they want little candles and, you know, certain lighting and stuff, you know, even in their room, because they understand the importance of it, of how it makes you feel. Like,
What mindset it puts
Yeah.
you in, the mental
aesthetics are really important to me.
association.
How things smell, and, you know, because all that changes the mood.
It really
so,
does.
You know,
And the mood is the mind.
absolutely. So being married, that has actually been a big part of our marriage as well. Just how our atmospheres feel and how they can bring about change, even in moods, and in how you react to one another.
Yep.
It definitely can play a huge part. And for some people that may seem minute, but if you don't ever light candles, if you never, you know, change your rooms around in your house and stuff like that, like, I can guarantee you should try it.
Vacuum
you've never
vacuum
done
the
it.
floor. I know this may seem basic.
But you should definitely try rearranging your spaces and lighting candles and changing the fragrance of your home to, you know, and try different fragrances to see which one brings, you know, the most joy, the most comfort, the most homey feeling for you. You know, we can get stuck in, you know, one scent. I was stuck on Yankee Candle Pink Sands for a long time, but like now I'm into like mahogany teak woods and woodsy smells,
More masculine
and
smells.
spa scents. Like, I joke with people that know me, they know I like for my room to smell like a man. Like, that's just my thing. It's like, it's just something about, you know, that fragrance that when it fills a room, it can encapsulate it and it closes you in and it kind of just hugs you. And it's like, that's what I wanted to feel like when people come in, or when I come in, or when my husband comes in, when my kids come in. I want them to walk into an atmosphere that just feels like a warm embrace. And, you know, that's important for us. It is very important for us, you know.